Boxing champion seeks Hollywood career, reads the headline in Variety magazine, March 15, 1962. Sugar Ray Robinson has conquered the boxing world, broken attendance records, earned millions. Now he wants to conquer television, but when he walks into the offices of Creative Artists Agency to discuss leading man roles, agent Harold Steinberg takes one look at America's most famous athlete and declares, "Audiences won't accept you." What happens in the next 4 hours doesn't just change one man's entertainment career. It challenges Hollywood's assumptions about who gets to be America's hero on screen. Creative Artists Agency occupies the top 3 floors of a gleaming Beverly Hills tower, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the palm trees and swimming pools of America's entertainment capital. Inside, polished marble lobbies showcase photographs of the biggest stars in Hollywood, actors, musicians, directors whose faces sell movies and television shows worldwide. This is where dreams get manufactured, where talent meets opportunity, where your screen presence gets evaluated not just by ability, but by audience expectations shaped by decades of racial exclusion. Robinson enters the agency's main lobby wearing a perfectly tailored navy suit, Italian leather shoes, gold watch that catches the California sunlight streaming through panoramic windows. 41 years old, multiple world champion, the most recognizable athlete on the planet. Behind him walks his manager, George Gainford, carrying a portfolio of scripts, screen test offers, and television pilot proposals that have been flooding Robinson's New York office since his retirement from boxing. The entertainment industry wants Sugar Ray Robinson, or thinks it does. His name sells tickets. His story inspires audiences. His charisma commands attention wherever he appears. But wanting Robinson the celebrity and accepting Robinson the leading man represent entirely different calculations in 1960s Hollywood. Harold Steinberg greets them in his corner office, walls lined with movie posters featuring the agency's biggest clients, shelves displaying Emmy and Golden Globe awards won by actors he represents. 52 years old, 30 years in Hollywood, expert at reading market trends and audience preferences that determine which projects get greenlit and which careers get launched. Can you imagine Robinson's excitement walking into that office? America's most famous athlete ready to transition into entertainment, expecting Hollywood to embrace talent that has already conquered one industry? "Mr. Robinson," Steinberg says, settling behind his glass desk, "your athletic achievements are legendary, absolutely legendary. Box office records, international recognition, media coverage that most actors would kill for." The praise sounds genuine, but Robinson senses hesitation in Steinberg's tone, the kind of careful language agents use when managing client expectations about difficult realities. "Thank you, Mr. Steinberg," Robinson responds. "I'm excited about transitioning into television and film. My boxing career provided excellent preparation, performing under pressure, connecting with audiences, maintaining composure in challenging situations." Steinberg examines the portfolio Gainford provides. Screen test footage showing Robinson's natural screen presence. Scripts adapted specifically for his personality and background. Television pilot concepts built around his celebrity status and crossover appeal. Picture the entertainment calculation happening in that Beverly Hills office. Proven star power versus racial barriers that have excluded black actors from leading roles regardless of talent or popularity. "Your screen presence is undeniable," Steinberg acknowledges. "But television and film involve complex market considerations beyond individual talent. Audience demographics, advertiser comfort levels, distribution challenges in certain markets. Advertiser comfort levels. Distribution challenges. The euphemisms that transform racial exclusion into business analysis." But what Steinberg doesn't realize is that he's not just evaluating entertainment potential, he's gatekeeping American representation on screen, determining who gets to be the hero audiences identify with and aspire to become. "What specific market considerations?" Robinson asks directly. "My boxing matches drew integrated audiences nationwide. My appearances on television shows generated record ratings. What evidence suggests audiences won't accept me in leading roles?" The question forces Steinberg to articulate concerns based on assumption rather than evidence. Usually these conversations remain implicit. Actors understand Hollywood's racial limitations and adjust expectations accordingly. But Robinson is demanding explicit justification for exclusion from opportunities his success should guarantee. "Mr. Robinson," Steinberg continues carefully, "leading man roles require broad market appeal, family-friendly content, universal identification across demographic groups. Unfortunately, American audiences may not be ready for black leading men in mainstream entertainment. May not be ready. The suggestion that racial progress requires white approval rather than black achievement. This is where everything changes, where entertainment opportunity meets social limitation, where individual success confronts institutional barriers designed to preserve cultural hierarchies. Robinson realizes he's not dealing with talent evaluation. He's confronting Hollywood's assumptions about American identity and who gets to represent it on screen. "Mr. Steinberg," Robinson says, his voice gaining authority, "I've represented America internationally for 15 years, fought under American flag, won championships for American audiences, appeared on American television shows that families watch together. What makes me unsuitable for representing America in entertainment?" Can you feel the power of that question echoing through that Beverly Hills office? America's most famous athlete demanding equal access to American entertainment based on proven appeal? Steinberg shifts uncomfortably. The logic of Robinson's argument challenges fundamental assumptions about audience preferences and market limitations that justify racial exclusion. "It's not about suitability," Steinberg responds. "It's about market reality. Television shows and films require advertiser support. Advertisers target specific demographics. Content that alienates core audiences creates financial risk. Financial risk. Market reality. The business language that makes discrimination sound like economic necessity rather than cultural prejudice." But then something unexpected happens that transforms the entire meeting. Television producer David Susskind enters Steinberg's office unannounced, expecting to discuss casting for his new primetime variety show. Susskind stops when he sees Robinson, recognition and excitement immediate. "Sugar Ray Robinson, this is incredible," Susskind says with genuine enthusiasm. "I've been trying to book you on my show for months. You'd be perfect for the leading man role in my new television series." The interruption from successful television producer creates complications Steinberg didn't anticipate. Suskind's enthusiasm undermines arguments about industry resistance and audience limitations. "Mr. Susskind," Robinson replies, "I'd be very interested in discussing television opportunities." Mr. Steinberg was explaining market challenges for black leading men in mainstream entertainment. Susskind looks between Robinson and Steinberg with growing understanding of the conversation's dynamics. "Market challenges," Susskind asks with professional authority. "Sugar Ray, you're probably more recognizable than 90% of current television stars. Your boxing matches drew audiences other shows dream about. What market challenges could possibly apply?" This is where the entertainment industry's contradictions become impossible to ignore. Where individual success meets institutional barriers that successful producers don't understand or accept. Steinberg realizes he's losing control of the narrative completely. Suskind's support eliminates industry resistance arguments. Robinson's proven audience appeal contradicts market limitation claims. "David," Steinberg says diplomatically, "television production involves complex considerations beyond individual recognition. Network approval, advertiser relations, distribution arrangements across different regional markets." "Regional markets?" Susskind interrupts with barely concealed disgust. "Harold, are you seriously suggesting that Sugar Ray Robinson can't appeal to American television audiences? The man who filled Madison Square Garden repeatedly, who appeared on Ed Sullivan's show to record ratings." Can you imagine the dramatic shift happening in that office? A successful producer supporting black leading man opportunities, while the agent opposes them. But Susskind isn't finished challenging Steinberg's assumptions. "You know what? I'll offer Mr. Robinson the leading role in my new series right now. Champion Story, weekly drama about a successful athlete transitioning to business and family life. Perfect fit for his background and appeal." The direct role offer bypasses agent gatekeeping entirely. Producers can cast actors they choose regardless of agent recommendations or market concerns. Robinson seizes the opportunity Susskind created. "Mr. Susskind, I'd be honored to discuss the role. What are the character requirements and production timeline?" Leading man role. Susskind responds immediately. Intelligent, successful, family-oriented character, dealing with business and social challenges. The character description eliminates stereotypical limitations and focuses on universal themes that transcend racial boundaries. Steinberg realizes his influence over Robinson's career is diminishing rapidly. The direct producer-actor connection makes agent approval irrelevant when creative decisions get made by people who prioritize talent over demographic concerns. "Gentlemen," Steinberg tries desperately, "television series require network approval, advertiser commitment, market research validation, all of which I can provide." Susskind responds with producer authority. "My shows consistently deliver ratings and advertiser satisfaction. Networks trust my judgment about casting and content decisions." The producer's track record eliminates network resistance arguments that agents often use to justify exclusionary practices. Shadows What Happens Next demonstrates how entertainment industry barriers crumble when successful producers choose talent over traditional limitations. Susskind and Robinson spend the next 2 hours discussing character development, story arcs, production schedules for Champion Story. The television series concept builds on Robinson's authentic background while creating universal themes about success, family, and social responsibility. The role offers everything Robinson sought: leading man status, positive representation, creative control over character development, ownership participation in production profits, not charity or special consideration, but professional opportunity based on proven appeal and authentic background. During their discussion, other creative artist agency staff notice Robinson's meeting with Susskind. Word spreads through the office that successful television producer is offering leading role to famous athlete, despite agent concerns about market limitations. Junior agents begin questioning Steinberg's market analysis. If established producer sees commercial potential in black leading man, perhaps agent assumptions about audience resistance need re-evaluation. The office dynamic shifts as staff recognize that Robinson represents emerging opportunities rather than market risks. His success could establish precedent for representing other minority clients in mainstream entertainment roles. Network executives at CBS hear about Susskind's casting decision within hours. Instead of resistance, they express enthusiasm about Robinson's participation. His celebrity status and crossover appeal represent exactly the kind of star power networks seek for competitive programming. Advertiser response proves equally positive when Susskind's production company tests market reaction. Robinson's athletic background and family image appeal to demographic groups that advertisers target across multiple product categories. The market research validates every argument Robinson made about audience acceptance. His proven appeal transcends racial boundaries when content focuses on universal themes rather than demographic limitations. Champion's story premieres 6 months later, to record ratings and critical acclaim. Robinson's natural screen presence, combined with intelligent writing and positive character development, creates exactly the kind of television programming that audiences and advertisers support enthusiastically. The series runs successfully for 4 seasons, establishing Robinson as television star, while creating opportunities for other black actors in meaningful roles. His success proves that audiences respond to talent and character rather than demographic assumptions. Industry recognition follows quickly. Emmy nominations for outstanding performance. Television critics praising Robinson's authentic portrayal of successful American family man. International distribution proving that positive representation appeals to global audiences. The success influences Hollywood casting decisions across multiple studios. Producers begin considering minority actors for leading roles based on talent and story fit, rather than traditional demographic limitations. Robinson's precedent creates momentum for broader industry integration. Television writing evolves to include more diverse characters and storylines that reflect America's actual diversity rather than Hollywood's historical assumptions. Writers discover that authentic representation creates more interesting and commercially successful content. Young actors of all backgrounds benefit from expanded opportunities that Robinson's success created. His willingness to challenge industry barriers opens doors for an entire generation of performers who follow his example. The ripple effects extend beyond television into film opportunities. Hollywood studios begin considering Robinson for movie roles when his television success proves audiences accept black leading men in universal stories. International markets embrace Robinson's series enthusiastically. Global distributors report that positive American representation appeals strongly to international audiences seeking authentic cultural content. Educational institutions begin using Robinson's entertainment career as case study in media representation and social change. Film schools analyze how his success challenged industry assumptions and created precedent for diverse casting. The economic impact proves substantial when diverse entertainment content generates increased audience engagement and international distribution opportunities. Industry studies show inclusive casting produces measurable benefits for entertainment companies. Robinson's production company begins developing content specifically designed to showcase diverse talent in positive roles. The company becomes launching platform for minority writers, directors, and actors seeking mainstream opportunities. Awards recognition validates Robinson's entertainment achievements. Television industry honors his contributions to positive representation and commercial success that proved audience appetite for diverse leading men. Network programming strategies shift toward more inclusive content development. When Robinson's rating success proves diverse casting enhances rather than limits commercial appeal. Robinson understood something powerful that afternoon at Creative Artists Agency. Sometimes the most important fights aren't in boxing rings or political arenas. They're in entertainment offices where cultural representation gets determined by business assumptions rather than artistic merit. The victory wasn't just about television career opportunities. It proved American entertainment must reflect American diversity when talent and audience appeal support creative decisions. That positive representation strengthens rather than limits commercial success. Think about entertainment and media representation in your community. Television shows, films, advertising, cultural content that claims universal appeal, while excluding qualified participants based on demographic assumptions rather than proven ability. Because 4 hours of challenging industry barriers can change entire entertainment cultures forever, can prove diverse representation enhances rather than threatens commercial success when supported by quality content. Robinson didn't just launch a television career that day. He proved American entertainment belongs to everyone capable of connecting with audiences through authentic performance and positive character representation. That's individual achievement supported by creative allies who choose merit over market assumptions. The broader cultural impact extends far beyond entertainment industry. Robinson's television success becomes symbol of American progress and opportunity that resonates internationally. Foreign media coverage emphasizes how merit-based casting enhances rather than threatens commercial success. His legacy influences multiple generations of performers who follow his example of challenging industry barriers through preparation, professionalism, and strategic alliance building with progressive creative partners willing to prioritize talent over traditional limitations.